For most of us, water is readily available, sanitary, and undenied. We think nothing of it. However, a vast majority of the world's population is overwhelmingly occupied by an entirely different kind of access to the life-sustaining liquid.
Approximately 10 years ago, I went to see a friend of mine who lived high up in the mountains. And when I went there, I noticed that the girls and the women in the morning took off with water containers walking to some place, And I asked the guy, I said, look, what's this? He said, well, we got to go to six to 8 miles to the river to get water. It just made an impression on me.
In 2019, the United Nations estimated that 2.2 billion people were not able to access managed drinking water services. 2.2 billion people.
Let me start by giving a scientific fact. 76% of our body is water. If you look at history going back as far in history as you can, all human cities, villages, towns, whatever, have been always built near the rivers. Having said that, question of modern day life meaning in today's day and age, life is not possible without water. But let us suppose, for the sake of discussion, that you didn't have water.
World climate experts project that the Middle East and North Africa will be one of the world's regions hit hardest by climate change in the 21st century. This area is the world's most water-scarce region. Scientific articles have shown a 75% reduction in freshwater availability since the 1950s, and is expected to fall by more than 40% by 2030.
I read an article by the United Nations climate people about how it was going to impact water, the climate change that is. And there was a paragraph which said the worst affected place in the world would be West and Northwest Asia. So when I looked at the map, well, right there was Pakistan, Afghanistan, Iran, all these places. And since I'm originally from the border area between Pakistan and Afghanistan, so next time I went looking, and I found the situation was much worse than what I had imagined. Because the amount of water in the rivers in summer, before the rains came, was going down, and the amount of water in the wells, which people had drilled or dug up, was going down. So I talked to a lot of people, and then I realized that this is going to be a very significant problem.
Not only quantity, but quality of water is a big issue. According to the World Health Organization, people forced to drink dirty and contaminated water are easy prey to diarrhea, cholera, dysentery, typhoid, and polio, to name a few. The World Health Organization estimates that just under 500,000 diarrheal deaths occur each year caused by drinking contaminated water. In other words, 1,400 people per day get ill and lose their lives simply because of the water they drink.
The water that they are getting from the river or some place like that is not clean water. You are hoping it's clean water, but it's not clean water. They have no knowledge how to sterilize the water or remove the germs and things like that. So all waterborne diseases are rampant.
To give someone a simple answer to a problem, you merely provide a temporary one-off solution. But if you teach them how to understand problems and construct solutions, then you have given them an education. But how can only one person possibly think they can bring about change to this enormous problem?
So then I realized that perhaps I could help with ideas or something like that. And immediately the thing that came to mind was rainwater conservation. But you can't convince people to do something until and unless there is something in it for them. So I thought about it and I said, well, the best way to convince them for rainwater conservation is to make water available to them closer. And indirectly or directly, you would be helping the women aspect, 50% of the population, because they wouldn't have to walk 8 miles and 10 miles, to the water. So that is how it started.